Let's fight. A very good evening to each and every one of you, wherever you are joining us from this evening. We are tremendously grateful to have each and every one of you with us in the ring. And I am so happy that so many of you are joining us. So many of you are joining us. Guys, give us a second. We are getting set. Yep, we're getting set at our end and getting set to start. We see the viewership is building up. We're on a little early, so we're going to have some people joining us very, very slowly. Good to have each and every one of you, wherever you're joining us from, at home here in Guyana or the diaspora, wherever you are joining us from. We invite you guys to share the live stream. You know, as we come on, we always ask you guys to do that. It's Pashway Monday, and guys, we have a lot of information to share with you. And we can say this is the pre-show as we warm up to get into the main event. So make sure you get your coffee, make sure you have your Cokes, make sure you have your popcorn, you have your little beverage, whatever it is. Put up your foot. Some of you are by your smart televisions, you're by your computers, you're on your iPad, you're on your whatever other tablets you're using, you're on your phone. Some folks are heading to work in a train somewhere, in a bus somewhere, in a car somewhere, and tuning into us. And we are grateful for that. Guys, as we get ourselves set at the back here, we really, really are happy that all of you guys are with us, wherever you're joining us from, at home here in Guyana, or you're in Region 11, you're in the diaspora, whether that is in the Caribbean or Caribbean, closer to home, or maybe you're in North America, you're in Asia, you're in Europe, you're in some one of the other continents, you're probably right here in South America, you're in Latin America. So glad to have you guys. We are waiting for some other folks to join us this evening. Quite a bit of information to get through. And I am so happy. I am so happy to be back with regular programming. To be home, to be home, to be home. I'm going to share something with you. We're going to have a couple guests during the course of this week. And one guest in particular is going to be on with us tomorrow. I'm going to tell you a little bit about that in a few. I don't want to repeat myself, so I'm waiting till the other folks join us. I know some people are very slow in coming. Some of we foot short, so it takes us a little while to get logged in. Whether you're joining us on Twitter, you're joining us on YouTube, you're joining us on Facebook, good to have every one of you. We're seeing lots of folks joining us already on YouTube. Vanessa De Silva and is it Yulandia Thomas? Yulandia Thomas and Candace Candy Nilene Inderjeet. I see Live and Learn 254 and also Damian James. Thank you guys. We call YouTube the suburbs and Twitter is the Bel Air or the Pradoville of social media. And then we have good old Facebook. Good old Facebook with the bacchanal never stops. The get out. Good to have you guys on board with us. We're still patching through our feed, our live feed to some other places. Guys, bear with us. We are on early, and this, as we said, it's the pre-show. When we come on early, it's to give you back a little change that we've taken from you during the last week or the day before, giving you some extra time. Guys, how are you doing? And let me know where you're joining us from in the comments. How are you doing? Good to see each and every one of you. Good to see each and every one of you. Give me 1 second. Yeah, really good to see each and every one of you. And let me just ensure that we are good to go. Yep. Yep. Good to see all of you guys. Good to see all of you guys joining us. I don't know. We were pretty much set. And then we're seeing we have some challenges, but nonetheless, we're working through all of that. Good to have you guys who are here with us. I see Charles Clark is joining us from Virginia. And where is Vanessa De Silva joining us from? Oh, she says she's joining us from Linden. Good to see you there, Vanessa. And Yolandia Thomas is joining us from Queens, New York. It's either she is royalty because she says Queens in the house, or she is joining us from she is joining us from Queens, as in the location in the USA. I see also, is it Fifi? Fifi is joining us from Orlando, Florida. Fifi, when I was coming back through Miami. Oh my God, I was tempted when I was coming home 2 days ago. I was tempted there with Florida, right there. Right there. But I said, you know what? Y'all gonna read about me, Kaichor. Y'all gonna read with me, Kaichor. We ain't want that. We ain't having it. So again, good to see all of you guys. We are still holding to be passed through to a couple places, all things being equal, and see how we go from there, guys. See how we go from there. Quite a few folks still joining us. We're getting a slight technical difficulty here on the backside, but we are ready to go, and we're happy to have all you guys who are joining us on YouTube and also on Twitter. It seems as though we got some challenges getting through to some of the other places. Facebook seems to be giving a lot of challenges recently, and we're not taking that lightly at all, because we understand how the crosses operate. We understand that fully well. We understand it fully well. And so we are going to, our technicians are working tirelessly to sort out whatever little setback we have in there. But as you can see, we're ready to go. I have the hot topics ready to get through them with you guys. We are ready to go at our end, guys. Ready to go. But we're going to hold until we are put through on some of the other places. Those persons who are joining us on Facebook, we want to thank you for joining us. We have been on for a couple minutes, but getting some technical difficulties with the Facebook end. We're on YouTube, we're on Twitter, but now being passed through to some of the other places. But so for those persons who are joining us on Christopher Jones' Facebook page in particular, we want to ask you guys to share that live stream so that other folks will know that we're on. We have not abandoned our Facebook followers or Facebook fans at all. At all. Folks, I told you last week, I'm getting all that I can get out of this accent. Chevron Fraser and Anthony, is it Ram Gobin and Elizabeth Hamilton and all the other folks, Keen Young and Travis Sobers, Chevron Fraser. Guys, thank you for joining this evening. As I said, we're getting some challenges getting through to some of our other pages on Facebook. We have been on since about 5 to 8. So don't think we're late, but we're having some challenges that we are working through. And as soon as I see we have touched that magic number, we are going to be good to go. We are so privileged that we have such hardworking technicians behind the scenes helping us sort through all of these technical issues. And so I can focus on just talking to you guys and letting you guys know what is happening, where we are with the trenches, with the jagabats, with the vagabonds. We've added that to our list. The vagabonds. We got some vagabonds, people. We got some vagabonds. We've added that to the list. Let me show you all that. We have added that to the list. We've added the vagabonds. Not to be left out. Check. Well, yeah, we got some vagabonds that we're dealing with. We got some vagabonds. I ain't said James Bond. I said vagabonds. I hope you all hear me crystal clear. Crystal clear. So, guys, welcome to Pashway Monday. Those of you who are joining us now on Facebook, on YouTube, on what's the other one? Twitter, and especially those guys who are joining us on Christopher Jones' Facebook page. We really need you guys to share the live stream this evening, because again, we're getting some technical challenges going through to some of the other places on Facebook. So as you guys come on, as you guys join us on the Christopher Jones page, especially, we are really asking you guys to share the live stream on that page so that more persons will know that we are on. The technicians are asking me to hold just before we heading to the hot topics. They are working hard, and so again, I am very thankful that so many of you are joining us. Denise Williams, Denise, how you doing? And Donna Simon. I see Nadira Sukraj watching us all the way from the Essequibo. I see Kada. Who's his name? Kada. That names look familiar. Kada Ramkin is joining us. Claudette Boville Lewis and Renee Mackenzie Talbot. I had the privilege of meeting Renee Mackenzie Talbot in the US, and I'm telling you, I wasn't disappointed. I wasn't disappointed at all, at all, at all. I see also Natasha Kingston is with us, folks. I'm calling the register in case you all haven't realized. You can see present. Natasha, sorry, I see Natasha Kingston along with Alison Richards is joining us as well. Thanks for that. Welcome back, Alison. I see Patricia Gravesandi Goodman is also in the ring. I see Kim Walker. I see O'Neill, Vanessa, Yonet. Good to see you guys. Norma Jones, come on down. Grace Gonzalez, good to see you as well. I see Yvonne Rodriguez is joining us on YouTube, and Debbie Morgan. For all those persons who are now joining us on Facebook, we have been on since 5 to 8, but we're having some challenges going through to our Facebook pages. We are sorting that out, and we are going to be good to go. As soon as the technicians give me the cue that we are good to go, we are going to be off in the hot topics tonight, guys. But wherever you're joining us from, we are asking you to share the live stream. And this evening is the evening I want to let you know how you can support this program in a tangible way. Guys, we have grown leaps and bounds, and to continue to give and to give you the kind of quality program that we want to give you the kind of credible information and to build capacity for our program, we want to ask you guys to partner with us month by month. And we're going to tell you a little bit about how you can do that beginning this evening. The folks have indicated to us that we are good to go. And folks, let us start with the hot topics. Again, those of you who are joining us on Facebook, in the ghetto of social media, good to have each and every one of you. For those of you who are now joining us, we have been on since 8:05, but on 5 to 8 rather. But unfortunately, we've had some technical difficulties going through to Facebook. But we've been talking to our audience here on YouTube and on Twitter. And now you guys have joined us. We're so privileged to have each and every one of you with us. We haven't gone through the hot topics as yet. We wanted to wait until we got things right. And the technicians have given us an indication that is so. And so we are prepared to go. Folks, I got a little Coke in a bottle here, little Cokes in a bottle. I'm so tempted to drink it. I'm so tempted, but I'm going to resist. I'm going to resist. So I got my Cokes, just the popcorn mix. But if you got popcorn, y'all could share because I licorice like that. Guys, let's walk through some of the hot topics. Of course, you know. Every day this country is purgatory. Every goddamn day under this administration. Something goes wrong. And not only one thing, a multitude of things on a daily basis. It's like these people is crosses. So when we say they're crosses, we're not saying it lightly. We're saying it because of the energy that they bring. Nothing seems to go right with these guys. Nothing seems to go right with these guys. It is mistake after mistake. It is fumble after fumble. Where do we go from here? You know what? They should just pack their bags and go. Pack their traps and go. Nothing is going right. And so it's purgatory. And purgatory really and truly is when you can't explain. You can't explain. They're neither coming nor going. They're sitting down, they're standing up. You're scratching your head to figure out what is the problem. You ever hear people go to the hospital and the doctors don't know what's wrong with them? But they're sick. That is this administration. It's purgatory. On the campaign train, they said, oh my God, we are ready to go and to lead and to move this country forward. Where? When? No. We have seen other things except progress. Purgatory. That is what we have seen. I want to pick up on the inconsequential state visit by President Santoki of Suriname. President Santoki of Suriname. Nothing is going right. And so we have been monitoring lots of the pundits on this visit. What they have been saying, what they have said have been some of the outcomes. Has it been a successful state visit? We haven't seen that. And if you guys have seen any of that, maybe you can share those links with us on our page. Maybe you guys can share that with us, but we have not seen that. And just to give you an instance of what we have seen concerning the state visit fallout of President Santoki of Suriname, many have said he has left empty-handed. Many persons have said Santoki has left empty-handed. Why? Because Irfan didn't bring anything credible to the table. He did not bring anything credible to the table. Nope. Zilch. And so one of the columns we saw recently in the newspapers, in particular Kaito News, this was Peeping Tom. If it wasn't yesterday, it was today. Peeping Tom. I don't always agree with Peeping Tom. I don't always agree with the columnists here. But we said this Friday to you guys. What have we had coming out of this visit? When we looked at the headlines in the state media, we saw farmers' produce could be exported. Nothing solid. Suriname and Guyana poised to strengthen health cooperation. Still very fluid. Nothing definite. Guyana, Suriname, mull, profiting from intact forests together. They are mulling. Nothing concrete. And single market space being touted. Again, very iffy, being touted. Things can go either way. And so not much coming out of there. And in this very lengthy column, Peeping Tom, this is what, among other things, Peeping Tom said. All Guyana took to the table were talks and plans. Nothing concrete. And we told you this since Friday last. And this is Peeping Tom today, if I'm not mistaken. All Guyana took to the table were talks and plans. Nothing concrete. So we have wasted millions of taxpayers' dollars wining and dining Santoki, buying fancy clothes for the First Lady, and expensive food. And what has been the takeaway? Don't take my word for it. I would say Kaito News is, even though I see very commendably publisher Glenn Lal taking some very independent positions of recent, they still lean a lot to the government of the day. And so here is this column in Kaito News saying all Guyana took to the table were talks and plans, nothing concrete. Don't take our word for it. Because folks are going to say, Sherrod bias. Sherrod is APNU AFC. What do you expect? He isn't going to be objective at all. So take Kaito News, Glenlal's publication. All Guyana took to the table were talks and plans. Nothing concrete. Nothing concrete. You know, we got some trenches. We got some jagabats. We got some crosses. We got some vagabonds that disagree with me. And the only thing they disagree with me on basically is the party I represent. But you're entitled to the party you want to join and give me that courtesy as well. But ask yourself at the end of the day, when you finish viewing the program, you've heard the information we have put forth. Is he wrong? Is Duncan wrong? We told you this since Friday. All we had was could be coming out of this state visit, plan to, poised to, mull, touted. And here is this column of recent vintage saying that all Guyana took to the table were talks and plans, nothing concrete. So our analysis isn't off. Our analysis is spot on. And we are not waiting to be echoes. We are a clear voice out there telling you what is happening here. Credible and valid. folks, credible and valid. Moving on from the inconsequential state visit, we're going to be examining that. So let me tell you folks up front, we're going to have the Shadow Minister of Foreign Affairs, Amanza Walton Desir, will be joining us tomorrow evening. Now, Amanza was supposed to be on this evening, but like me, Amanza was in the diaspora, in particular in New York, lending some support there to our diaspora folks with that rally and some other events that took place, engaging the leadership, the congressional leadership there in the US, and also the municipal leadership in New York City in particular. And so just before coming on, I touched base with Amanza to ask her if she was coming on, if she will be joining me. Amanza said she's jet lagged. I beg your pardon. Amanza said she is jet lagged, folks. I know usually we say we tired, but you know us Americans, South Americans, you know us Guyanese, she's jet lagged. Well, I like Amanza. I got to get the full benefit of that, the cost of that plane ticket, and the cost of my stay. So you're going to be hearing a little twang here and there. You're going to be hearing some words that we don't normally use. I feel a little jet lag myself, if you're asking. Good to have all you guys. And Amanza Walton Desir, the Shadow Minister of Foreign Affairs, is going to be joining me tomorrow evening along with another guest. And we're going to be circling back to some of these very issues. So I don't want to detain you very long here, except to point out that other folks have recognized what transpired over the last couple of days, which is basically nothing. Those talks were unfruitful. And so we see that Vice President, the installed Barjagyo, is going to Suriname on a state visit to concretize. Another set of money we're going to waste there. Another set of money we are going to waste there. Because he's now going to concretize, to solidify all that was missed over the last few days. And I commend that article, that column to you, that Peeping Tom column. Now, Kaitrin, you should write me a check because I'm giving the kudos where it belongs. Right? I'm not just using the information and I'm not sourcing it. Right? You can't say plagiarizing. I'm giving the information. So again, I commend that column to you. Read today's column, or was it yesterday's column? It's going to be very, very insightful as to some of the other dynamics surrounding that inconsequential state visit. With that said, I want to turn your attention to this piece of news. As we say, congratulations to Dr. Caleb Cloggan, Guyana's first endocrinologist. Guyana's first endocrinologist. Guys, I want to see those emojis tonight. What are your feelings? How are you feeling this evening? I want to see those emojis. We want to see those shares on all of the pages. The APNU AFC page. Are you guys sharing this live stream? Those folks on my page shared every Duncan page on Facebook. You all are sharing this live stream. Our viewers on Christopher Jones' page and the Alliance for Change page, you all are sharing this live stream. We encourage you guys to do so. And so again, big congratulations to Dr. Caleb Cloggan. He is our first endocrinologist. And according to Gordon, mostly over the weekend, endocrinology is a specialty that treats diabetes mellitus or mellitus. It also treats thyroid disorders, infertility, and also polycystic ovarian syndrome, obesity, growth disorder. So this is something Ashley could use, growth disorder, right? It also treats the abnormal secretion of milk from the breast, abnormal. I think it's galactoria is the medical name, galactoria, the abnormal secretion of milk from the breast. And also treats hypertension that is difficult to control. Well, once you're living in this country, under these jacobats, your blood pressure gonna be high, right? Or your hyper gonna be tension. So again, congratulations to Dr. Caleb, and we are informed here that Dr. Caleb Cloggan has completed his specialty training in Cuba and will now be a great addition to the medical fraternity of specialists here in Guyana. We love when our young people go and train and get qualified, and we encourage all of you, as long as you can do it, to go train, get qualified in some area. Don't waste your life away. Be like Dr. Cloggan, if anything. He can treat all of the disorders in this country. There's a set of sick people, sick people in mind and body. And so Dr. Cloggan has come at a great time. Again, congratulations. Moving on, folks. Moving on. The Ministry of Health is missing vaccine books. Over 240. Like we got a Jare, Frank. Nothing, if nothing going wrong with this country, double that with Frank. Double that with Frank. You got to bathe Frank in some holy water, then Jare, then whatever else. Whatever else. Nothing is going wrong with this ministry and sector that Frank Anthony, the installed Minister of Health, is overlooking. And so today we learn that over 240 vaccine books have gone missing from the Ministry of Health. So you haven't got to only frighten when you're walking in the streets, people robbing you under this PPPC install administration. Oh my God, they're going in the ministry now and stealing. And we're still waiting on the crime plan. We're still waiting on the crime plan from the PPP installed administration. Still waiting on it. And we have not heard a word as yet on these stolen vaccine books. I don't know if they were stolen or they were taken. But the PPP don't seem to like books. They don't like research. They don't like reading. You want to get them vexed? Tell them about books. Books seems to go missing around the PPP. Vaccine books missing. Law books get thief. Poll books gone. Last night I was just reading through for general knowledge the report of the election. Well, the last Chief Elections Officer, Keith Lowenfield. I was reading that report and reading about what transpired in Region 4. And over 300 poll books went missing in Region 4. Over 300 poll books. So they like books. So once you see books, there's capacity. And the kleptocracy nature comes to the fore. So over 240 vaccine books have gone missing on the Frank Anthony's watch. You understand why we brought a no confidence motion against Frank Anthony? No policy on COVID. No policy on vaccination. They promised to bring vaccination legislation to the National Assembly. 1 year gone. COVID can come and finish and we can see vaccination legislation. You bring a bill to talk about COVID, it ain't important. He asks the speaker to shut it down. Now, the National Assembly has gone into recess. So we cannot debate the no confidence motion against Frank Anthony and the fraudulent installed ropes and bend. That's how they operate. Running and shirking their responsibility. And again, folks, 240 vaccine books have gone missing from the Ministry of Health. And God knows where they are going to turn up. Good to see Patricia Graves-Andy joining us. Good to see Kim Walker joining us. Good to see O'Neill Vanessa Yonnet joining us. Good to see Norma Jones and Grace Gonzalez, Yvonne Rodriguez and Debbie Morgan, all of you beautiful folks out there this evening. Whether you guys are joining us on Facebook in the ghetto, or you guys are joining us in the suburbs on YouTube, or in the Pradoville of social media on Twitter. Good to see each and every one of you guys, wherever in the world you guys are joining us from. We are truly privileged to have each and every one of you with us, guys, and we encourage you to share the live stream as we discuss these jagabats and these crosses. Moving on to other news, Pocketori, folks. Jealous ex-lover stabs his children mother and others. Y'all think it's easy in this country under these guys? And they're trying to convince us that serious crimes have gone down. Where? Gone down where? Jealous ex stabs his child mother and others. Incredible story. Thankfully, there has been no loss of lives here. A man wanted to rekindle his relationship with the mother of his child, reportedly went berserk and stabbed 3 persons yesterday at Best Village on the west coast of Demerara. 3 persons the man stabbed. Injured are the mother of his child, Ginwati Ramdio, she's 36. Her mother, Mahadai Ramdio, who's 58, was also stabbed, and her cousin Anil. Yep, the ex-husband, the madhead, Dwayne Williams, who's a taxi driver, is now in police custody, or was in police custody. He was released on bail. Imagine you could stab 3 people, walk in a yard with a knife in your waist, walk up to a woman, stab her, and you could get bail. Right? And inflict wounds on 3 persons, and you can get bail. You can get bail. So we're watching that. I want to give you some more information about this story. Let me give you some more information on this story. It is said here that Genwati was stabbed under her arm, to her neck and hands. Her mother was stabbed to her arm and breast after she intervened to save her daughter, while the cousin Anil was also injured. The man on bail assured there is no restraining order against him, because you know why? This is Guyana. You could inflict deliberate wounds, intentional wounds on people like this, and you on bail in this country. In this country. Pocketori, folks, every day. Pocketori. And I'm picking up this reporting from Newsroom, out of Newsroom. Right? It is further stated that Williams earlier on Sunday, yesterday, picked up his daughter and then dropped her off home. He later returned to ask to speak with his child mother, Gailwati. The mother, Mahadai, said she saw when Williams walked up to her daughter, pulled out a knife from under his shirt, and started to attack her. Folks, started to attack her. That is where we are. Ladies, y'all gotta watch these guys. Y'all gotta watch these guys. And us guys, my Lord, some of y'all gotta come to y'all senses, and I hope the jail wake up Dwayne Williams. I hope the jailing bring it to his senses. The woman don't want you to go about your business. The woman don't want you to go about your business. It's one fish in the sea. It's what gain Wati Ramdio got so, man. The woman don't want you to go about your business. Life goes on. Life goes on. Right? She tried with you, it didn't work out, beat out. Take a rest, regroup, and go again. Right? But I hope what happened to you with the courts, you look fit. So our thoughts and prayers are with Gainwati, Mahadai Ramdio, and Anil. We pray for their quick recovery. Our thoughts and prayers go out to them. And we are very happy that this didn't go the way of so many other domestic violence instances. We're happy about that. Moving on, folks, a closer look at the crosses. A closer look at the crosses. Now, I've been telling you about this story here concerning the fire service and about how 30 promotions are being blocked, much like what's happening at the Police Service Commission. And I've told you about Kalamadeen Edoo, the fire chief. But information that is reaching me says that this man might not be the person responsible for holding up those promotions, blocking those promotions. You see, the Jagabat, Robeson Ben, and the Jagabat Irfan Ali, and the Chief Jagabat, Jagdeo, they want to put their own people in. Now, this promotion list was already approved by Marlon Gentle, the last fire chief. Was already approved, went through the rounds it was supposed to go through, and was approved. Now they come in, they want the friends and family to be promoted, and so they want the list to be held back. These Jagabats, they want the list to be held back. And I am hearing, it is alleged that Deputy Fire Chief Gregory Wickham has a hand in this. Deputy Fire Chief Gregory Wickham. Folks who know, the credible sources have told us, the Deputy Fire Chief Gregory Wickham, he has a hand in this. We've also been reliably informed that the Finance Officer Patrick Daniels has a hand in this. And folks, here in the ring, we are pursuing the truth wherever it leads us. We are pursuing the truth wherever it leads us. So again, information we have received seems to suggest that Kalamadeen Edoo is not to be blamed for holding up of these promotions. We ain't ruled out just yet. Hold on, we're doing our homework. We haven't ruled him out as yet. But we have been made to understand that the Gregory Wickham, the Deputy Chief Fire Officer, and Patrick Daniels, the Finance Officer there at the Fire Service, the Guyana Fire Service, instead of trying to build people, empower people who are qualified and have been recognized as being qualified in their field to be promoted, you all are trying to stifle them. I don't know how some of y'all is sleep when the night come. Honest to God, I don't know how y'all is sleep, how y'all live with yourself. We will continue to pursue the truth wherever it leads. And who vex? Vex. Who vex? Vex. And if that wasn't enough to tell you that the PPP come back, oh Father, the PPP come back. So y'all get your popcorn and your cokes. The PPP come back. All of you who are joining us, Candy Neline, Inderjeet, and Paulette Thomas, Ray Gokul, and Loetta Marcus, Diamond Barbie. Diamond Barbie gotta be special and good looking. Diamond, you gotta send me a photograph. Right? 6276963. James Jones. Right? Share the live stream. I'm going to show you guys the PPP comeback. They're comebackies. They come back. You see why we don't have too much time to be jet lagged? Because these guys are uneasy with the foolishness that they're doing. They come back. Right? They come back. So I advise y'all, I'm advising you, get your popcorn and get your cokes because you're in for a rough ride. You're in for a rough ride. They come back. And here's what is happening. Now you got Gail Teixeira. is telling us that they are creating focal points in ministries, training staff to detect and prevent corruption. Now they're looking for people who thief in a paperclip, photocopying 2 pages for the children. Focal points in ministries. That's what they are creating to detect and prevent corruption. Now, this is asking cat to look at milk. This is not cat, cat. Cat is decent animals, cats. Here, these are cats. You're asking cats to look milk. When Gail talking about detecting and preventing corruption, this Gail Teixeira, whose phone bill, not salary, when she was advisor to Ramatar on governance, her phone bill monthly was $1 million Guyana dollars. 1 million Guyana dollars was her phone bill. Yep. She must have Andre that she talking to whole day, whole night. $1 million was Gail's phone bill. Gail training people to detect and prevent corruption. Perhaps she's the best person, really and truly. Because the corrupt know the tricks of the trade. So perhaps she's the best person. But that is what they have been saying. They're creating focal points in ministries, training staff to detect and prevent corruption. Now, when you looking at them little fries, somebody got the children assignment, they want a paper clip, they want photocopy 2 things because of all these worksheets and workbooks. Right? You're spying on them. No. But these jagabats fetching away millions and billions of Guyana dollars. These jagabats, Gail Teixeira, this jagabat, millions of Guyana dollars are being stolen as we speak in the flood relief money that is being given out. Millions of dollars. Millions. And that is what we're going to walk through at this point in our program. Millions of Guyana dollars. Folks, I want y'all stay tuned. I want y'all stay tuned because we got a lot to discuss. But before we get into that, so much to share with this fraud that is occurring in the flood relief efforts. So much to share with you guys. But I did tell you that this week, we are going to be introducing how persons can play a role in supporting our program. And one of the ways, over the next few nights, every night I'm going to introduce one of the ways you can help us. One of the ways that you can help us, we are now introducing to you our Cash App feature. And we know that the Cash App is a big thing in the US. I hear in Canada, even in India, the Cash App is a big, big way. And we're privileged to those persons who have helped us to be able to get this facility so that you guys can partner with us and help us to build capacity and strengthen what we are doing here in the ring. And so our Cash App handle is the $ in the ring 592. And here is what we're asking of you guys. We know that things tight. And so we're asking if you can partner with us monthly as low as $5 US, $10 US, $15 US, $20 US monthly. We're not going to go higher than that. Now, if you want to give more than that on a monthly basis, that's on you. But we're asking you as low as $5, as low as $1, as low as $1, $2, $3, whatever you can afford in that range between $1 and $20 US on a monthly basis to help us to expand and to grow what we are doing here in the ring. And the Cash App, again, the handle there is, you have the $ in the ring 592. too. And I know some of you are reaching for your smartphones, for your Cash App application, and you guys are going to partner with us in this way. And I'm going to remind you guys again at the end of the program that this is one of the ways. Again, this program is powered by you. It is because you show up every night that you got those guys on the other side trembling. They don't have a program with the viewership that you guys give to this program. And I'm telling you, I am immensely humble. And that is why I've come asking that you guys partner with us in this way to expand what we're doing, to empower us to move beyond the limitations that we have. We want to do so much more. And we're asking your help this evening via the Cash App feature to partner with us. Anything in the range of, I would say, $1 US to $20 US on a monthly basis. We don't want to strain anybody. We don't want to become a burden to anybody. And so whatever you find within that range is reasonable for you on a monthly basis beginning this evening. We're asking of you guys to partner with us in that way. Moving on. Moving on, folks. I'm going to come back to that to remind you at the end of the program. And every night we're going to introduce another feature in which you can help, because perhaps Cash App is not your thing. We're going to have another way we're going to recommend tomorrow night. But this evening, we're focusing on the Cash App. Yep. Back to regular programming. We're talking about the pocketory, the fraud in the flood relief. Fraud in the flood relief. Ladies and gentlemen, Zulfikar got his hands full. I hear Zulfikar's son got big contracts in Region 6. Big multi-million-dollar agricultural contracts in Region 6. Big contracts. So we have learned that lots, if not all of this farmers' flood relief is going to PPP supporters. It's going to PPP supporters. We're told that Region 1, 14 disbursements were given. 14 persons received. Region 2, 173. Region 3, 112. Region 4, 12. You tell me the whole of Region 4, we got 12 farmers. In the whole of Region 4, we got 12 farmers. Huh? This is not only pocketory. Zulfikar is a crass and he's a vagabond. He is a crass and a vagabond. So 12 grants were given out in Region 4. 1,145 in Region 5. 1,145 in Region 5. 1,083 in Region 6. 1,083 in Region 6. 19 in Region 7. 19 in Region 7. 67 in Region 10. 67 in Region 10. A total of 2,625. All right? Hold on. Let me give you some of the figures. Let me give you some of the figures. So you're telling me that we only got 12 farmers in Region 4. Right? 12 farmers in Region 4. Right? And we made to understand that those 12 persons are from Cane Grove. Those 12 persons are from Cane Grove. That this vagabond, this jagabat, this cross, in all of Region 4, give flood relief to. What happened to the other villages? Buxton, Mucka Arcadia, Vigilance, Golden Grove, Anns Grove, Victoria. What happened to those other villages? 12 flood relief grants in Region 4. Zulfikar, y'all had good. I tell you, you got a lot of sick people in this government, you know. You all see how Dr. Caleb's skills going to come in handy? Here's some of the figures given out. Here's some of the figures given out. Right? We are being made to understand it in Region 6. known supporters of the PPP received big money. Known supporters. Right? Are we going to call some names very soon? Again, we're doing the homework. We are going to call some names, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope you all are sharing this live stream. Yeah, tag Joe Biden. Tag Kamala Harris. Right? Tag the, what do you call the fella? The Auditor General. Tag them. In Region 6, in Kilcoy, one man got $10 million. In Kilcoy, Region 6. Folks, I want to see those emojis. I want to see how you all feel about this issue. Over 2,500 persons watching us live. I want to see how you all feel about this issue. I want to see those emojis. I want to see those emojis. And we want to see those shares as well. Over 2,500 persons watching us live. One man from Kilcoy got $10 million. That's just one. And he's not the only man who got flood relief in that area. One man from Miss Phoebe, Port Morant, cash in with $5 million. One man from Canefield, $4 million. If one man get $4 million, how much the others got? Two people from Port Morant, Line Path, collect $3 million each. And we're going to name them. We are going to name them. I will name them. Right? 8 people collected $23 million. This is payback, you know. This is payback. 8 persons collected $23 million. 48 persons got $500,000. 23 persons got $300,000. 33 persons got $200,000. 188 persons got $100,000 each. You're talking about corruption that happening? Hold on. Hold on. It gets better. Hold on. From Region 5. From Region 5. PPP supporters. Y'all hear story here. Hear story. Y'all know what y'all know. Y'all know what I really want to say. Hear story here. Region 5. One person got 8 million. One person got 6 million. Big money giveaway. Payback. For election, skullduggery. One person got 5 million. Another get 3 million. Another get 2. 4 person got $1 million. Region 5. All right? That's only 9 persons. $25 million already. $25 million already. And only 12 people in Region 4 get grants. Right? 52 persons in Region 5 got 500,000. 27 got 300,000. 37 got 200,000. 144 got 100,000. Right? But it gets better, people. Here's story. Here's story. Here's story. Right? 2 persons from Region 10. 2 persons from Region 10 got 100,000. Region 10 got farmers. Kokwani. Nobody in farming at Kokwani that was worst hit by this flood. 2 persons got 100,000. 1 person got 300,000. And all of those are said to be PPP supporters. Folks, when the Auditor General there, Irfan asks that the COVID cash grant relief gets audited. We ain't see the audit yet. We ain't see the report yet. This needs the Auditor General. This needs the Auditor General. And we want to know whether people who have knowingly received monies under false pretenses, will be investigated and prosecuted. We want to know that from the Auditor General. This is big, big skullduggery and money being given away. Taxpayers' money, your money. You pay tax, I pay tax. Supporters cashing in. And don't take my word for it. Ladies and gentlemen, don't take my word alone for it. This is Gobin Harbajan, who is recognized as an activist in Region 6. Gobin Harbajan. This is what Gobin Harbajan said on social media. This is what Gobin Harbajan said on social media. So people cashing in big, big money. Big, big, big money. And this is what Gobin Harbajan said on social media. He said, I am calling on His Excellency, Dr. Irfan Ali, I would say the installed president. He called it on Jagdeo, he called it on Zulfikar in this big money giveaway. And hear what Zulfikar, what Harbajan is saying, Gobin Harbajan. He called in also on the regional chairman, David Armagon. You think all this skullduggery happening and they don't know? That's what y'all trying to tell me? This is like y'all trying to persuade me. A whole set of skullduggery happened at GCOM, but Claudette didn't know. Claudette is the only angel in the hell that is GCOM. Nonetheless, Harbajan calling on Jagdeo. Harbajan is calling on Zulfikar, Mustapha, the installed Minister of Agriculture. He's calling on David Armagon, another cross in Region 6. He wants a full investigation into government relief, quote unquote. A full investigation into the government relief grant, especially in Region 6. He says some persons collected thousands, millions of dollars who never even plant a garden. Some rice farmers collect millions who never even lost or cultivated their rice field. This is Gobin Harbajan. He says 98% of them harvested their crops during the rainy season. During the rainy season, and still make false claims. He says the government have agencies in all regions. They got the GRDB, the Ghana Rice Development Board. They got the GLDA and they got NARI, which are capable of giving accurate data. But it's because a few political persons who interfere with the system is what caused the confusion. And persons found guilty of collecting money by false claims, they should be charged and jailed. And I support that. Harbajan, I support that. I don't care which party you belong to. You're caught collecting money by false claims, as Harbajan says here, Gobin Harbajan from Region 6. They should be charged and jailed. Right? Harbajan says some people never even own a dog or cat, but claim they lost cattle. Right? We say cattle. Cattle. They never even own a dog or a cat. This is Jagdeo. Never own a dog or cat, but claim they lost cattle. He said, I have evidence to back up my arguments and the list. And he plans to send an email to the president and CC to the fraudulent vice president with his findings. Send your list, Gobin, and make your list public too. Gobin Harbajan, send your list. We eyes on Zulfikar and the corruption since those trawler license. And we didn't stop there. That was Gobin Harbajan. He says, I have evidence to back up my argument and the list. He says he will send an email concerning that to the Crash Jagdeo and Catfish Irfan of his findings. Well, we're still waiting for the findings from the audit of the COVID cash grant. Here is what Narissa Trijojan said on social media as well. Narissa Dre Jordan. Here's what she said. Mind you, this is not happening to FC. Because you're quick to say, oh, we don't know, oh, we bias, we this. It's you people. It's your people, Narissa Dre Jordan. Well, yes. Narissa says, people who didn't plant kitchen garden collect 50,000 today. And people who honestly had thousands of dollars in losses didn't get anything. Shame. Narissa Dre Jordan. Shame on Zulfikar Mustapha. Shame on Jagdeo. Shame on Irfan. Shame on David Armagon. People who didn't plant kitchen gardens. According to Narissa Dre Jordan, collect 50,000 plus in this farmer's flood relief. Right? Who didn't plant a kitchen garden? While people who honestly had losses didn't get anything. Narissa says, shame. And that is why we say the PPP come back. Because the PPP, corruption in the DNA. Zulfikar, this Jagabat, this Cross, issued trawler licenses to people who never catch a fish in their life. Never catch a fish in their life. Right? And getting the information, the names of the people, and where they come from out, he was like pulling teeth. So Zulfikar is not an angel. These people, corruption in their DNA of the PPP. So money sharing out Wild West to core supporters under the pretext. That is what Narissa is telling us. And Gobin Harbajan. Narissa Dre Jordan and Gobin Harbajan. Right? That is what Harbajan says. He says political persons interfere with the system. Political persons interfere with the system. You see, when APNU does something, PPP supporters, especially those that come in the ring, oh, you can't get your ear with them. But when the PPP in the skullduggery, if you want to know if PPP in the skullduggery, look at the reaction of their supporters. They go quiet. Shamwati, Diochan, Dora Jackson, Felician, Claudette Clark, Abioba Marshall, Rowena Cummins, they go quiet. That is how you know what is happening. Raul Brando goes quiet. Raul Stop Talk goes quiet. They say nothing on social media. They pull in their shell. They pull in their shell. So again, massive corruption happening with the farmers' flood relief. Massive corruption happening there. And we're going to continue to follow, and we're going to name their names who are collecting money on the false pretense. So I'm giving y'all advance warning. Y'all better carry it back. Y'all had better give back the taxpayers their monies. Those of you who have collected monies on the false pretenses, because I'm going to name you. So while they're thieving out the farmers' flood relief, and they're thieving out the COVID flood relief, COVID continues unabated. COVID continues unabated, ladies and gentlemen. Right? While Zulfikar and his ilks are steep and deep, right? Steep and deep in corruption. COVID is out of control. Steep and deep in corruption. COVID is out of control. Now, according to news source, there have been 661 COVID cases in the past 5 days. According to news source. Region 3 and 4 are the regions recording the highest new cases. Not region 10, where they still got vaccine hesitancy. Region 3 and 4, the highest cases. The highest number of new cases. 75%, according to news source. Right? 75%, according to news source. So COVID is hitting the roof. All the vaccines, they both say, oh, we're giving out vaccines. Apparently COVID in care, and COVID in having it. In August, thus far in August, 47 persons have died from COVID. Yep. In August here, 47 persons have already lost their lives to COVID. Today's the 23rd. We got a couple of days left. 47 persons. And Frank Anthony is trying to convince us that he don't deserve a firing. Today, there are 36 new cases of COVID, 36 confirmed cases of COVID. And there were 3 deaths. In August, 47 deaths from COVID. I know y'all don't like to hear it, but I'll repeat it. When the APNU AFC left office, there were 21 deaths. We have close to 500. We are close to 600 now. Close to 600. And we had 474 confirmed cases of COVID. Thank you, PPP. Thank you for your stewardship of COVID-19. What a disaster. What a disaster. And folks, we continue to encourage you. We continue to encourage each and every one of you to social distance, wear your mask, sanitize, practice all the COVID-19 protocols that are there for your health and your safety, that of your friends and your loved ones. And we encourage you guys to support the program. Use the Catch Up feature, those of you who have it. We don't ask you anything big, just a little fleck, a little freck, a little freck to keep things going, to expand our program, to build capacity. We want to continue to offer you good content, quality content. And so we're asking you guys to partner with us in this way. The Cash App handle is, you have the $ in the ring 592. That's the Cash App handle. In the ring 592. The $ in the ring 592. As low as $1, as high as $20 per month, we're asking you guys to come on board and partner with us to keep a good thing going. Folks, we want to thank you for joining the live show this evening. For those of you who are going to come back and watch us a little later on, we want to encourage you guys to share the live stream. And those of you who haven't had a chance as yet to share the live stream, we want to encourage you guys to do so even now. And again, that Cash App feature is the $ in the ring 592. We thank you for whatever contribution you're going to make. It's going to go a very, very long way to keep us growing from strength to strength and from grace to grace. We want to thank all of you for joining us from not only here in Guyana, but in the diaspora. We're going to have, again, the Shadow Minister for Foreign Affairs tomorrow evening, the Honorable Amanzo Walton Desir, and we're going to be talking about this state visit, among other issues, things happening in the diaspora. We're going to be talking about her experience there in New York, some of the engagements she has had, some of the people she's been talking to, and how things are looking from the American perspective. And we know sometimes things are different. We see things one way here, and then when we go into the diaspora, things seem quite different. And so we're going to be getting some information from her, and some other folks are going to be dropping by tomorrow evening. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys for making the program what it is. We love each and every one of you, and we continue to ask for your support. The Cash App, the handle is, you have the $ in the ring 592. Thank you, Claire Alexis, Richmond. Thank you, Candy Blair, for joining us. Thank you, Ruby Jones, Anna Hicks, all of you guys for joining us, for sharing the live stream. Thank you, Dale, and thank you, is it Claudia Tyndall. Thank you, Claudia, and Girly B. Who is Girly B? Thank you, Rowena Cummins, all of you guys for joining us this information. The thousands of you, only over 3,000 persons we saw joined us there live on social media. And those of you going to be coming back to join us at the end. It's purgatory, people. It's purgatory. But we're going to keep being a thorn in the backside. We'd have it no other way. They're doing nonsense and we're going to skin them up. They're doing nonsense and we're going to skin them up. This program, guys, as we said right there on the Cash App, It is powered by you. You make the difference in this program. We want to thank you for doing that, and we bid you guys a good and safe evening. Thanks for joining us. The Cash App, again, the handle is the pound sign in the ring 592. Thank you guys for joining us. Do stay safe.